There is this idea that it's the money that makes rich people rich, but that's wrong. It's not the money that makes rich people rich, although that it seems like that, but it's the mentality that lead people to become rich. In fact, there is this big difference in the mentality between the rich people and the poor people that the poor people don't really realize. Most people think that in order to get rich, I need to do this and that, but they never think about changing their mentality, which is why they stay poor even when they work hard. And as long as you have the poor person mentality, it doesn't really matter how many opportunities you will be given. They will all perish simply because you don't have the rich person mentality. That's the exact reason why a lot of people who win the lottery go broke the next year. They will have 1 year of Hollywood life with that $1,000,000, but they will go back as they were before. On the other hand, millionaires who go bankrupt for whatever reason it might be, you will find them back millionaires just in a matter of few years. Because the mentality of these two people are completely different. Think of it of something like this. Imagine there are two trees. On the first one, the fruits taste absolutely horrible. On the other hand, the fruits on the second tree taste awesome. What most people do in this situation is that they focus on the fruit itself, when in reality they have to focus on the seed, because fruits are the result of that seed. Your fruits will taste as bad as long as the seed is bad, and the seed is the mentality here. Let's look at some of the ways that rich people think differently than the poor people. Rich people choose to get paid based on results. Poor people choose to get paid based on time. I usually hear people saying that, especially the ones with the high qualifications. I deserve to get paid more. I have master's degrees in economics from such and such school, and I'm not going to go and work for some pennies. That's the mentality of the poor person. He thinks he should get paid because he has spent so much time getting that degree. On the other hand, a rich person thinks this way. No one gives a damn about what degree I have. No one gives a damn about how many hours I work. All what matters is the final outcome. Let me just ask you something. Do you really have to watch this video just because I've spent 40 hours creating it? Who cares even if I did spend 100 hours creating it? All what matters is if it's interesting and valuable enough to grab your attention to watch it. That's why a lot of people prefer to get a steady paycheck instead of starting a business, because once you have a fixed job, as long as you spend that amount of time working on that, regardless if that works or not, you will get paid. But in a world of business, you might work day and night and get nothing for a year or two before your business finally starts making real money. Rich people have their money work hard for them, poor people work hard for their money. Here's what a lot of people do. They try to find a good paying job, then they work hard to get promoted to get higher salary, and if that salary is not enough, they might consider working overtime to make extra cash. There is nothing wrong with this mentality, but it simply is not going to make you a multimillionaire. No matter how hard you work, even if you're paid $100 per hour, you will never become a multimillionaire because your time is limited. On the other hand, a person with a rich mentality understands that working hard is not enough in order to get rich, and that's why you need to get someone else to help you to make more money. Guess who is that someone else? Your money, of course. Unlike poor people who look at money as something that they can use to buy what they want, rich people have a little different perspective of money. They look at money as a seed that can be planted to make more money. Yes, in the beginning, everyone will have to work hard, but for the rich people, it's a temporary situation. But for the poor people, it's permanent. Rich people understand that you have to work hard until your money works hard enough to take your place. They understand that the more your money is going to work, the less you are going to work. Rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they already know. I remember handing the Rich Dad Poor Dad book to one of my friends who pretty much was most of the times broke, if not all the times. Just after reading its title, he returned it to me back and said, "Do you think I'm a kid? You think I don't understand these simple things? Come on, it's common sense. Even the name of the book seems childish. Go and give it to your little brother to read it." That's what people with poor mentality do. They have this mentality that they already know everything. I'm sure that you have came across endless numbers of people who think they already know everything. It's even dangerous to advise this kind of people, because instead of thanking you, he will start arguing with you and will force you to regret that you even started the conversation with him. On the other hand, a person with a rich mentality understands that no matter how much I try to prove myself, I'm not going to become better at something. The only way is to accept that I suck at something and then figure out a way to learn or get better at it. The more you argue to prove that you know something that you don't really know, the more you look like an asshole. That's why rich constantly get richer, because they always look for ways to grow, unlike poor people who think they already know everything and never grow for the rest of their lives. These are some of the differences in the mentality between the rich people and the poor people. Of course that there are much more, even more than what's covered in this book, but it all goes back to the same idea, that rich people simply have a different mentality, and in order to become one, you have to change your mentality first. Thanks guys for watching. As always, give this video a thumbs up, and of course if you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe for more animated book reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next one.